Hey everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to my channel. This is where we have fun. We talk about food, good, healthy, nutritious food. We talk about tracking no matter what food plan you're on. Just awareness of like what's going on here, down there in the gut, the second brain. We talk about the emotions surrounding food. Somebody once told me all I do is talk about food. I might have a problem. Welcome to my channel. My problem with food. So glad you're here. I need company. I hope I'm not alone. Anyway, we've still got a little bit left on the Yale food addiction scale. Okay? So, here we are. I have been successful at cutting down or not cutting down eating these kinds of foods that I think about. So, how would you rate yourself with that? How would you rate yourself with cutting down on certain foods that you don't want to eat or you do want to eat? I mean, you don't want to eat anymore, and eating those that you do. What grade would you give yourself for the last 12 months? If you're new to your program, okay, you get that break. So if you're new to your program, say you've been on it 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months, what kind of grade would you give yourself for investing in yourself in this program? Because if you're a lot like a lot of us here, this isn't your first merry-go-round or rodeo. Now, a merry-go-round is like the roller coaster. It really doesn't make any progress. It just goes round and round and round and drops you off where it picked you up. Slightly worn, a tad bit weary, maybe you're more enlightened, maybe you've grown some and learned some, not the grown some and the gaining, or maybe you have grown some in the gaining, and now you have to step back again and find another program because that one might not have been it. Finding the right program. The right program that can go the distance for you. Day after day, week after week, month after month. With some sort of built-in planner. Some people are old school and they like to write out what they're eating. That makes them feel, well, it's just what they're used to and accountable to and keep doing it. And I like that. I really respect that. It takes effort to do that. It's like the people that, when they go to bed at night, they write in a journal 3 things they're grateful for. And that takes a lot of effort and remembering. And it's just, each one of us finds our certain way with how we are accountable to ourselves, only ourselves. Nobody's coming by to check on your homework with what you're doing. And that's a success. Now for me, I'm on Lose It. And I paid $39.99 for the premium, which has the macros in it. And as I've told many of you, I'd be on MFP, MyFitnessPal, but I've invested months into putting in everything here. And so I don't really want to recreate that now. So for less than $1 a week, I stay with Lose It. And on MyFitnessPal and Lose It, there's a lot of self-entered, other people entered, because there's a little box you can check, share with others. And so be aware that people might put things in that don't have the true macros, calorie count, things like that. And so you might be getting, you might be saying you're having a cup of something and the true macros or calorie count on it are a whole lot different than what that person entered. Not that they're trying to mess with you, it's just that, we're humans. We make mistakes when we put in our food. That's why I always look for places that you can tell it's generated by, like, I don't know, you can just tell. like if you put in a name brand something and you go to pull up, you go to pull up what the macros are, you can tell that somebody, was reading the back of the package. And, yeah. So, my goal, this is August 2016, and my goal a year ago was to give up sugar and wheat. And by the end of August, it was official. I gave up sugar and wheat. The only sugar I have now, the only item that I have that has white sugar in it, are the white chocolate morsels, Ghirardelli, like they're cooking morsels, and those go in my fat bomb that I have 2 or 3 times a week. And so that's it. There's no other added white sugar. I use Xyla, X-Y-L-A, which is a xylitol family member. That's the name brand. And it is generated from American hardwood trees. I don't know. I don't ask. It doesn't spike blood sugar. It does have some carbs in it. It has something like, I don't know, it has like maybe 3 calories per teaspoon, something like that. But I have a half a tablespoon 2 times a day in my morning bulletproof latte and my lunchtime bulletproof latte. And that's it for the sweet. And yesterday there was a celebration at my job, and there was a cake, and so the person that cut mine just gave me the top, said, "Here, just enjoy the top," because they know that I don't eat grains. And you know what? It wasn't anything. It held no interest to me. I threw it away. I had like 2 bites, and I said, okay, that's the politeness factor. This is how somebody at a political dinner at the White House would taste something they didn't like, right? They'd have a couple bites and then they'd move on. And that was it. And at that point, I knew there was going to be a cake, so I kind of allowed for it in my food plan. But because I just took 2 bites and I didn't have any of the grainy part, just the like non-frosting frosting. And I said, that's it, I'm having a fat bomb when I come home. And I had a salad planned, so it wasn't a heavy, heavy meal. So anyway, just interesting, huh? So, and my fat bomb has a richness to it because of the fats, and that it contains coconut cream, and last night was almond butter, the white chocolate, and 2 tablespoons of Faiyi full-fat yogurt with 1 piece of bulletproof chocolate, kind of like placed inside like somebody would put a wafer on a fancy restaurant dessert. And that is it, and that satisfies. It's loaded with fat. I think it clocks in at something like 380 calories. But fat-wise, yeah, it's a fat bomb. That's what they do. And totally satisfying, and takes a while to eat because there's like different flavors and pockets that I allow. And yes, I'm very obsessive with my little fat bomb and how I eat it. I couldn't have a cup of something that's whipped, like a chocolate pudding, and be happy with it. I'd have to have a little sampling thing. That's how I roll, I guess, with my dessert. And for now, it's a highly satisfying, highly satiating dessert. So, the things that I don't eat today, I haven't eaten for a year. And do I miss them? Only at times. I've been having to satisfy my pizza need. I have made fathead pizza, and that works a lot. And that's made with almond meal, cream cheese, mozzarella cheese, in an egg in the crust part, and then it looks like a normal pizza on top. But the portobello mushroom caps pizzas have been excellent. I eat 2, and I'm very, very satisfied, and Greg has 4. So that's in the rotation these days too. And so as far as substitutes for things that I used to love, I guess the portobello mushroom cap pizza and the fat bomb take place of any dessert item and all of the grain items because it's pizza-ish. And when I can find it, I put on uncured pepperoni, and I haven't been able to find it recently, even in Trader Joe's, but that's because it's summer and they get wiped out of everything fast. So, yes, yes, chemical gods, I have been having regular pepperoni. But sometimes you do what you do, and it is minimal at best. So we do what we do. I mean, you try to keep your food plan as pure and unalterated, adulterated as possible with the chemical company add-ons and flavorings, but, you know, that's what happens. So today is one end of the Cape to the Mid-Cape with the food hunting and gathering. I will be going to Market Basket mostly for Greg. Greg and the cats, that's what I'm going for. What he likes and what the cat foods that they like that I can't find here. And then back here to BJ's for other items. So I have the meats for the week, and they're short ribs, and they are bison burgers, and they are steak and pork chops, and that deluge, the pinwheel loin thing with the mozzarella cheese and the spinach. So yeah, probably a lot of beef, but it's only 3 ounces when I have it. So that's what's coming up, and I'll probably have a couple of salads next week. I made a salad that looked just like this for my dinner last night, just like this. The only thing it didn't have on it was radishes. I did not have the chickpeas, I did not have the radishes or tomatoes, but I had the green leafy things, the avocado, the crumbled blue cheese, the crumbled bacon, and the organic peppers and organic mushrooms. I had organic mushrooms and organic carrots and cauliflower crumbles, and it was divine. And 1 tablespoon of California Ranch Rich and Robust, because they have a few different flavors. They have the mild and buttery, I think, and the other one's Rich and Robust, and this was Rich and Robust. And 1 tablespoon with all those other things carried me, and it was delicious. And basically, I could have that like nights in a row, but you know, what am I going to give Greg? So I partake in what he has too. So that's it for today. Just a little bit about something, and as the final question for the Yale Food Addiction Survey, you have been successful since you began your program at cutting down on the foods that you didn't want to eat. How do you roll with that? What's your vote? What grade would you give yourself on that? I'm curious. Put your grade below. What grade would you give yourself for successfully cutting out the foods that you don't want to eat? Have a wonderful day. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom. Have you tracked everything you're going to have today? And you didn't do it while you were listening to me? Go back and do it. Don't leave your desk until it's done for the day. Bye-bye for now.